And a warm welcome back to the Gordon Bennett TV studio here in France. My name's Regan Tetlow. I'm here with Pascal Joubert. Pascal, Air Traffic Control, ATC. Welcome back, my friend.
Yeah, thank you very much.
What's been going on? Tell me about your day.
Yes, my day was a very busy day because now balloons are going from northeast of France to Germany. So we have to make coordination with Langen area and München area. So we have a lot of work right now. And this morning we assist Rennes on Nantes for the landing of Britain.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is common stuff for Gordon Bennett, but it's a short period, it's okay.
And we've had a few passing over here as well today, haven't we, overhead?
Yes, well, yeah, we saw at the beginning of the afternoon, we saw Germany three, yes, Willy and Sebastian, just before the show, so they were allowed to pass there, and they missed from 9 kilometers to land on the departure target, so that can be funny, so it's okay for them. And right now we have Austria team not so far away, south of Montbéliard.
Yeah, I got a message through from Stefan, for part of the chase team for Austria 2. He said, will you give a shout out to the team and wish them well as they pass overhead of Montbéliard. So good luck, guys. That's where they are going right now. Any issues with ATC at the moment, or is everything okay?
No, for the time being, I have to thank a lot all the teams because they play the game and they play the rules. They are in radio contact and the transponder are efficient. And many of ATC contacts I had with air navigation service providers are very good. Only some, maybe some blank zone where they lost a few minutes some contacts, but no issues.
Let's have a look at the tracking here. We know the story with these guys that are down here to the west. We can see now moving off to the east.
Yeah. So this is really interesting because winds have changed during this morning, and everybody on the east side of France have turned on the right, and they are now heading Germany, and maybe after that a longer way if they have enough sound. But speed is still slow. This morning it was only 5 to 10 kilometers, and right now it's only to 15 and 20 kilometers per hour.
Yes, it's a long, drawn-out race. Still in the lead after 46 hours of flight. Australia on 640.48 kilometers. There's a few other teams that have got good scores at the moment as well, but they've landed. But the ones that are still flying, the leaderboard with the ones flying right now, France 2 on 324.27, Poland 1 on 273, Swiss 2 on 228, behind them Poland 2 on 219, France 3 on 206, and Spain, Viva España, on 184. Spain have been one of the great stories of Gordon Bennett 2019. Let's have a look at how their stories developed over the last few days. First of all, brilliant story from yesterday, great adventure. Tell everybody who you are.
Hi guys, I'm Ben from Stuttgart, and yeah, well, as Regan said yesterday, I almost arrived here at early afternoon, and then I got a call from here telling me I need to turn around because I need to get the second balloon for the Spanish team because they had some troubles with on the first inflation. So I was on the road for like 9 hours in the end to get the second balloon here.
You got here, and we were watching with the launch last night. All the teams were going up in the air, and I was keeping one eye on the Spanish team at the back there with their inflation. It seemed to me that it was just right down to the last minute that they were ready and marched forward for the launch. Was there any time to spare with them, do you know?
I don't think there was a lot of time because we started moving the balloon towards the podium for takeoff, and at that moment Marcus Hagenai called and told us guys, you need to get moving now because if not you're gonna be too late.
And when we got the Spanish team up there on the podium for the last launch, the local MC announced the story and what happened, and it was an amazing round of applause from all the audience. They really appreciated the effort.
Yeah, I think so. I think they were really grateful for all the help they got from people getting the balloons, from the people that are actually giving them the balloons to fly them. So I think the whole thing is a great story already.
It really is. Well done, man. And now what a story this Spanish team have had today. On inflation, this morning they had a malfunction of their balloon, ripped open. It was a disaster for them. What were they going to do? They managed to find a replacement in Germany, in Munster, and somebody set off from Munster to deliver it the 500 kilometers here, and they were met halfway, 250 kilometers down the road by the team from Spain. Here, rigged and filled and finished filling moments ago to make it into the competition. From Spain, we have Angel Aguirre and Anofo Gonzalez Redondo. Fantastic for them to be able to make it with moments to spare for their Gordon Bennett. A return to Gordon Bennett for Spain. And an appreciative round of applause from the audience as the French MC explains the situation. Everything okay with the nozzle? All so far so good. Just checking now with the adjudicators that they are ready to fly. Viva España. Muy bien, muchachos. Vamos arriba. The thumbs up. It's time for the national anthem of Spain. What a proud moment for these guys. They didn't think they were going to make it. Un borracho, big hugs as they climb into the sky. Muy bien, muchachos. Muy bien. And a great effort from lots of people to make that happen. We know Hemke's watching right now. Thank you to you and everybody else. Yeah, made this possible for the Spanish team. It's a great story, isn't it?
Yes, it's so incredible. And this is a part of aerostatic. For example, the American team is flying the Russian envelope. And who can believe that the Russian and American people may share so close some pleasure and leisure on sports? That's really amazing. And the Spanish story, I love it. It's so incredible.
It really is nice. We caught up with the Spanish team in the basket a little bit earlier. Let's see.
Hello, good morning. This is especially for Beppel, for Hinke and Dominic, for being such a good friends and for letting use the balloon. That's the reason we are here, and then they are the reason why we are enjoying this beautiful view over France and in Germany. Thank you very much. You're really the best.
Yeah, I agree absolutely, and especially for them, but not also them, but also we feel very supported by the rest of the teams and director, all the organization, and especially our crew team. That everybody will support us in that tough moment. Thank you.
Thank you.
So just reading some of the messages that are coming through on social media. And Christoph, oh, it just moved actually. Sorry, I had it queued up and it just moved out of my sight. Do apologize. There it is. Christoph Wagner says, do you think flying 2 more nights is possible?
Yes, I think that André and Ulfo are crazy enough to do that. Yes, I think this balloon, according to the flight profile, they have enough sun to do that. Yes, without maybe some chance to because of airspace clearance, but I think they can do that.
Yes, I had another message there. I'm afraid it's just moved off my screen. There was a message just under that one, actually. Let's just go back up a little bit. And there it is. It's saying, just move your cursor. No, it's moved off the screen. We'll come back to it later. We've got some great images here now from Germany too. Beautiful shots looking down into the basket. We've got a great time-lapse as well. Let's have a look at the time-lapse from Germany too. Here we can see this flying over.
Over which city is it?
I think it's Strasbourg, I think.
Strasbourg, yeah. Okay. So just before the Rhine. Yeah, that's the only pictures you can see in gas balloon. In any other aircraft, you can't see so beautiful landscapes.
Yeah, it's beautiful. There was a message. I really want to try and get back to it. I did ask the guys to hold it still and not move it, but it did move. It was from somebody. Just have to go up a little bit more on the social media wall there, please, guys. That's right. They said that. You down it. Stop. Yeah, that's right. Seeing France 2 just now in Bavaria, says Jutta. France 2 flying up above. It's great to get the messages in from the people, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. France 2 is entering the München airspace. And unfortunately, they did not get the clearance and they are getting low to pass under the airspace. So they will lose some sun. Maybe they won't be able to spend 2 nights more, only 1 more. So it's a challenge to do that, and they going slow. They are slow down. It's only 10 kilometers per hour. Yeah.
We got some video coming through from Swiss 2. Let's see what they were saying. So we're here with John Marcus with Swiss 2. Good afternoon, John.
Hello.
How are you? Where are you right now? What's your location?
Well, we are in Turbental, which is in the vicinity of Zurich. We are in the apartment of one of our strategists.
So tell me what's been happening for you since the launch. What's been happening?
Well, we are actually already here since Thursday evening. We have been doing calculations over and over again. We have been calculating the long-term plans also over and over again. And then it's supporting our balloon, telling them you should maybe check a little higher, maybe a little lower. We are talking to the chase crew, informing them where we think they should go next. And yeah, it's an intense time here.
How many people are in your team there right now?
Well, we are not a very big team. We are 5 people here in Turban. So then 2 of our wives are taking care of all our food and drink needs.
And where did it all begin for you, your interest in ballooning? Take me back to the beginning for you.
Well, I am a hot air balloon pilot since 2012. I'm doing hot air competitions. I, of course, since I do ballooning, I have been following the Gordon Bennett. This is always one of the highlights of the year for us. And since last year, I am officially doing the strategy work for Kurt and his team. Last year, it was Kurt together with Roman, who is the other strategist here. And this year, I'm doing it together with Roman.
And just looking behind you, got a nice few trophies and gas balloon there as well. That tell me about that. What's the story there with that one?
Well, those trophies, they're all Roman's actually. He is quite a successful hot air balloonist. The gas balloon, that's actually an advent calendar, as far as I know.
Aha, good. And the guys, are they in good spirits right now? Are they confident?
Yes, yes, they are doing great in the air. We are currently the most northerly team. We have been strategically managing our position throughout the race, and yeah, we are in a good position, we think. And wow, the interesting question is how long we and the other teams will be able to fly.
Yes. Do you think the conditions are going to stay as long as needed? Do you think the winds are there? Is it just down now to the ballast? Is it a game of sand?
Yeah, it could develop to be a game of who is able to fly the longest. There is, I'm not sure that the record for the longest Gordon Bennett flight can be broken. It could be that if the teams are able to fly that long, that they would head out into the sea. But it could be a long race for some teams, for the teams that could manage to save that much ballast. Yes.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time. We do appreciate you joining us. Now I know you're very busy, and it's been great having some contact with you, John.
Thanks for having me.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
So on the Facebook chat, Pascal, we've got a few messages coming in. Joel Salmon says, Australia in 2021. Well, they are still in the lead, 640.48.
Yeah, for the time being, that's correct. But I think the other balloon still in flight will make a great job this night and tomorrow.
Anna Nowoska from Poland says, Poland 2021 again. That's what she wants. How did you get involved originally, Pascal? How did you start with Gordon Bennett?
This is a long story.
Oh, we have time. It's okay. Yeah.
Okay. So, 5-6 years ago, I was the guy in charge in certification of gas balloons for the French Civil Aviation Authority. And during the Gordon Bennett launch in Nancy in 2013, my boss asked me, okay, go there and check if each team has the required equipment.
Right.
Okay, so I discussed with Vincent Belaise, Benoît Pollard, and we appreciate together. And after this Gordon Bennett, they invite me to make a training flight in Gladbeck at Oktoberfest, and I discovered gas ballooning. So I had a great feeling with gas ballooning, and I now have my balloon license with a gas balloon rating, and it was a pleasure for me. And in 2015, Hervé Moine was looking for a new partner because Eric de Sellière, which is flying right now in France too, decided to stop for a moment. So he was looking for people speaking English, not especially good in ballooning, but only for radio contacts. So he asked me, okay, are you okay to come with me? I say, yes, just try. And I participate in 15 at Pau, in 16 at Gladbeck, and 17 at Gruyère. And that was amazing flights. And I think the more safe flights I ever had, because all grown people helps you with weather monitoring, ATC monitoring, ground crews, everything. So it's a great adventure.
Sally in the UK is asking on the social media, what's the longest Gordon Bennett flight, time and distance? I do this a lot and I should know. I know the time is 92 hours and the distance...
92 hours and 16 minutes.
92 hours and 16 minutes. And the distance, which is what they actually play for, do we know what that is? It is 8, well, do we know?
The maximum distance?
Yes.
Yes, the maximum distance is Gordon Bennett, it's 3,400 kilometers.
3,400.
Yes, made by the Belgium team in 2005 or 6, no 5.
Thank you, Sally. I'll be happy with that answer there. Well, at the moment, we do know it's in the hands of Australia. big time they've ever competed in, Gordon Bennett. 640 kilometres and 48 minutes. They landed, and we caught up with them a little bit earlier today. All right, Team Australia. Kiff Saunders. Hello, Kiff.
Hey, how you going, Regan?
I'm great, man. How are you? Currently in the lead, you know. Currently in the lead. 640.48 kilometres. So enjoy that.
Yeah, I mean, we thought we were taking the conservative option, but waiting for that easterly to kick in to go across towards Austria and Romania is looking to be a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, it's not going as fast as predicted. We thought would be. I think they're doing maybe 25 knots at the moment. 25 kilometers an hour, I think, is the speed.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, for us, I mean, you know, like as I say, I mean, this is my first Gordon Bennett, and I mean, we were moving at 40 kilometers an hour in that inversion layer after we took off at Montbéliard, and yeah, it was a beautiful night, full moon, just cruising along. I mean, we didn't have to do any ballast. Actually, we landed with probably around about 20 bags left in the balloon, so we could have gone on if the ocean, you know, if we weren't going to head out to sea.
Yeah. If you would have got some south wind taking you up, would you have entered into the UK? Do you think? Would you have gone for it?
Oh, look, I mean, for your first Gordon Bennett, I mean, that's probably more for the kind of professionals. I mean, you know, we were just hoping to kind of get somewhere, you know, with a good distance and put on a good show.
I hear
this
you,
is
man.
a learning curve for us.
For sure, yeah, absolutely.
So we probably have a more conservative approach to it than these kind of guys who have been doing it multiple times.
No, well done. We were all cheering you on, and we're very proud of you guys. We really are. Well, so where are you now? Where exactly are you? It looks very, very picturesque.
Look, to be honest, I have no idea. I mean, we've kind of landed near Nantes, but yeah, we've just kind of packed the balloon away. And I mean, the first thing I wanted to do was grab a coffee and a beer. So, like, I've just found the first place. But it is Sunday in France, so it's not as easy as it sounds. But yeah, so we're just sitting down with the crew and having a beer and just kind of taking it all in. It's been quite a journey, this whole exercise. I mean, being a part of the Gordon Bennett has been a 30-year dream of mine. And
wow.
To kind of have my own balloon and, you know, Zonzo supporting us and the whole of Australia behind us, it's been really just a remarkable experience. And to be sitting up in that basket over the last few nights, just, you know, with the full moon shining down over France, I tell you, it's just been a remarkable experience.
Wow, a 30-year dream. Tell me about it. Tell me, how did it start? What was that first idea in your head for the Gordon Bennett?
Well, we've got a few gas balloonists, old gas balloonists, Ruth Wilson, Kay Turnbull, and Peter Vizard, who are really, you know, the type of balloonists who were back in the old days. They used to kind of go gas ballooning overnight, and they used to take a guide of where the best restaurants were. And when they kind of worked out where they were going, they were always telling me that they would book a table, you know, for their landing. And so this really captured my imagination sitting around the table. But we don't have gas ballooning in Australia, so it's kind of difficult to kind of get involved in it. And so this year I just decided, bugger it, I'm going to buy a balloon and I'm going to give it a crack. And, you know, this is the beginning of a journey for myself. But certainly, yeah, it's really interesting to see Ruth and Peter on the launch field, these people who really inspired me 30 years ago to watch us take off and wish us good luck. And I've got Kay Turnbull in Australia doing the same. It's been fantastic. And also we've got kind of a couple of guys who have done the John Wallington and Steve Griffin have also competed in a couple of Gordon Bennetts, and my pilot Darius, who works for me in Melbourne. I mean, we've been spending the last 5 years talking about the Gordon Bennett, and finally we've just, you know, decided to bite the bullet and have a crack.
Wow, that takeoff must have been a massive emotional experience for you after such a long wait.
Look, you know, taking the having the Australian national anthem playing and the flag flying and all your crew around you. I mean, honestly, I mean, a remarkable journey to get us here and to just be on that podium and to take off into the kind of, you know, the night sky. I tell you, you know, and then, you know, the whole thing, and then, you know, to watch the sunset. We were over Chenonceau last night, you know, as the sun was setting in here on the Loire Valley there.
Yeah.
I tell you, going through the second night and then realising that we could have a crack at getting into the top position this morning and just hanging in there. I mean, everything has just been a remarkable journey. And look, I mean, this is just one of these things where, getting up and having a go in life, really, this is what it's all about. And, it's just exceeded my expectations by tenfold of what I thought I was coming to. And look, to be around these kind of pilots who have such vast experience as well, it's just been a tremendous journey.
Well, that's absolutely incredible. What an experience for you and all the team. And this brand new balloon, it's only, just came out of the factory a week ago, was it, or something like that?
Oh, look, we came out of the factory. We did some test flights with Willy Eimers in Germany. But interestingly enough, I went to a guy who lives in my local hometown who runs a pizzeria in the middle of a paddock, Rod McCaleb from Zonzo. And I said to him, look, Rod, I really want to do this gas ballooning and have a new kind of chapter in my life. I mean, are you wanting to get on board? And he said, sure. And to have his name on the balloon, flying the flag for the Yarra Valley where I live, again, that's just really special. And, look, a special thanks goes out to Zonzo for allowing us to get here and to experience such an amazing event. But I mean, it's been so incredible to watch everyone in Australia, my staff in my ballooning company back in Melbourne, the whole Australian ballooning team, federation has been behind me. There's been just messages coming in. I mean, just the fact that we're kind of in the lead at the moment, and we may not stay there, but it's been extremely exciting for Australia. And I think that the Australian Ballooning Federation is getting a little nervous about the fact that if the winds don't match up, they might be putting on a Gordon Bennett in 2 years.
That's a possibility, isn't it? This balloon of yours, is it going to stay in Europe, or will it go back to Australia? What will happen?
Oh, look, we're aiming to have another crack at the Gordon Bennett next year in Poland, but my main dream is to start doing some gas ballooning in Australia. It doesn't occur in Australia, but certainly that's the aim, is to start doing some gas balloon flights across Australia. And having done this, I mean, Australia is really set up for this. Big country, not much airspace, lots of landing options. I think if we did have a Gordon Bennett there, you'd have some very happy pilots, because you wouldn't be spending all your time speaking to ATC like we have been for the last 40 hours. Yeah,
of course, yeah. Well, Kiff, listen, what a great interview. Thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations on such an epic 30-year adventure, and enjoy the rest of your beautiful afternoon in France.
Thank you, and I'd like to give a special shout out to my team. The Zonzo team have been amazing. They've just given everything and to chasing us across and all the preparation. And, we've been kind of dashing around across Europe to get everything ready. And I'd really like to thank everyone in the team for all of the assistance they've provided to give me this journey.
Well, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. We want to thank you and all your team as well. Kiff, we'll see you back here at the end of the week. So just to reiterate one more time, when it comes to gas ballooning pizzas, there's only one, and that's Alonso. He wanted to get that message across for his sponsor there, so we're happy for him. What's the rest of the day hold for you then, Pascal?
So this is the end of my duty, so I'm going to sleep, and I'll be back at midnight, up to 6 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Direct to sleep, or are you going to get some dinner first and a drink maybe?
Yes, a drink, a beer, certainly, sure. Yeah.
Thanks very much for joining us in the studio. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it was already a pleasure, always a pleasure to meet you again. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Pascal. Thank you. Later on, we're going to try and bring you lots of more footage and images. We'll be back here in the studio at 9 p.m. Don't forget the hashtag Gordon Bennett 2019. Any pictures you've got yourselves watching the action, or if you see any balloons flying overhead, or if you're in a basket right now watching this live like the Eimers were earlier, get your pictures taken and get them on the Twitter feed on hashtag Gordon Bennett 2019. You can follow all the action on live.gordonbennett.aero. That's live.gordonbennett.aero, of course, and we'll be back with you a little bit later. We're going to leave you with these great images from this afternoon in the air show and the Patrol de France. We'll see you at 9.